Imagine a desolate wind-swept landscape on Russia's Kola Peninsula, close to the Norwegian border. Amidst the sparse vegetation and icy winds stands a skeletal, rusted metal tower, a forgotten monument to a bygone era. This is all that remains of one of humanity's most audacious scientific endeavors, a real-life journey toward the center of the Earth. This is the story of the Kola Superdeep. Back in the throes of the Cold War, the space race wasn't the only competition captivating the world's superpowers. There was another, less publicized but equally intense contest: the race to the depths. While the Americans were launching Project Mohole, an ambitious plan to drill through the Earth's crust beneath the Pacific Ocean, the Soviets had their own terrestrial countermove. On May 24, 1970, on the 100th anniversary of Lenin's birth, Soviet scientists began drilling into the ancient Baltic shield rock of the Kola Peninsula. Their goal was simple, yet profound: to drill as deep as humanly possible, to peel back the layers of our planet and uncover the secrets hidden within. For over 2 decades, the project was a hive of activity. A team of scientists and engineers worked tirelessly, pioneering drilling techniques that are still studied today. Unlike drilling for oil, which is about speed, this was a scientific mission. They didn't just drill. They meticulously collected and analyzed core samples from unprecedented depths. The main borehole, a mere 9 inches in diameter, began its slow, grinding descent into the Earth. By 1979, it had surpassed the previous world record for the deepest hole, the Bertha Rogers Hole in Oklahoma. The team was celebrated as heroes of Soviet science, but they weren't finished. They kept pushing deeper and deeper into the unknown. By 1983, the borehole had reached an incredible depth of 12,000 meters. The project was even commemorated with a series of postage stamps. After a year-long hiatus for conferences and celebrations, drilling resumed. However, this is where the Earth began to fight back. A technical problem caused a 5,000-meter section of the drill string to twist off and get stuck in the hole. The team was forced to abandon that section and redrill from a depth of 7,000 meters. It was a major setback, but their determination was unwavering. They pusieron. And by 1989, the borehole reached its final, staggering depth: 12,262 meters. That's over 7.5 miles straight down, deeper than the deepest part of the ocean, the Mariana Trench. If you were to drop something from the top, it would fall for about 50 seconds before hitting the bottom. The discoveries they made along the way were at depths where science predicted there would be dense, solid granite. They found fractured rock saturated with water. This trapped water, squeezed out of rock crystals by immense pressure, was a complete surprise. It fundamentally changed our understanding of the Earth's crust and how it's formed. Even more astonishing was the discovery of life. Deep within the 2-billion-year-old rock, they found microscopic fossils that preserve remains of 24 species of single-celled marine plants, commonly known as plankton. These tiny fossils, encased in organic compounds, had survived incredible pressures and the ravages of time, providing a stunning snapshot of ancient life on Earth. The scientific community was electrified. The data pouring out of the Kola borehole was rewriting textbooks. They also gained invaluable insights into seismic activity, geothermal energy, and the composition of the deep continental crust. So, with all this incredible success, why did they stop? What force of nature could halt such a monumental project just shy of its 30,000-meter goal? The answer is heat. The deeper they drilled, the hotter it got, and the temperature rose much faster than their models had predicted. At the bottom of the hole, the rock reached a scorching 180 degrees Celsius, or 356 degrees Fahrenheit. That's nearly twice as hot as they had anticipated. At these temperatures, the drill bits became useless. The mud used to lubricate the drill would boil, and the rock itself started to behave more like plastic than solid stone. The cost and technical challenges of drilling in such extreme conditions became The Earth had set a barrier they simply could not break. With the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, funding for the ambitious project dried up. The site was officially mothballed and eventually abandoned in 2008. The drilling rig was scrapped, and the complex of research buildings fell into disrepair. All that remains today is the rusted tower and a small, welded metal cap covering the entrance to the deepest hole ever dug by humankind. This is where the story takes a bizarre and fascinating turn into legend. In the years following its closure, a chilling urban legend began to spread across the internet. The story claimed that the Soviets hadn't stopped because of heat, but because they had drilled into hell itself. According to the tale, the scientists lowered a highly sensitive microphone into the borehole, and instead of geological rumbles, they recorded the terrifying sounds of human screams, the tormented souls of the damned. This well-to-hell legend became a viral sensation, complete with supposedly authentic audio recordings that circulated online. A Finnish newspaper was one of the first to report it, and from there, it was picked up by Christian newsletters in the United States, cementing it as a piece of modern folklore. So, is there any truth to it? Absolutely not. The story is a complete fabrication, a classic piece of internet creepypasta. The so-called screams from hell were actually a cleverly remixed and looped audio track from the 1972 horror movie Barren Blood, with added sound effects. Furthermore, the extreme heat and pressure inside the borehole would have instantly destroyed any microphone they could have lowered down there. The scientists who actually worked on the project have repeatedly debunked the myth, often with a good deal of amusement. It's a testament to the power of storytelling and how a mysterious, abandoned Soviet project can capture the public imagination in the most unexpected ways. Today, the Kola Superdeep borehole site is a ghost of its former self. A place of pilgrimage for urban explorers and those fascinated by its history, it stands as a silent witness to a time of immense scientific ambition. While the well-to-hell story is pure fiction, the true legacy of the borehole is arguably more impressive. It remains the deepest artificial point on Earth, a vertical testament to human curiosity and our relentless drive to explore the unknown. The data collected from its depths continues to inform geoscience, providing a priceless window into the complex and dynamic processes that shape our world. It was a journey not to a mythical underworld, but to a deeper understanding of our own planet, proving that sometimes the greatest treasures are found not in the stars above, but in the ground beneath our feet. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to the deepest point on Earth. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And do you forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you miss our next exploration into the world's greatest mysteries. See you in the next one.